overlay of two reflections. Isis now thinks she is pregnant with Horus. Isis and Horus, Mother Mary and Jesus. Mother Mary. Mary in Latin is Mare, sea. Then we have Jesus. Jesus is Ichthus, associated with the fish. So the water is giving birth to the fish. Then we have Isis and Horus. What language could we use to explain these words? What do we know about Set? Set is insectoid, hive-minded, machine-like. Its consciousness is probably the Benben stone, which is in London and protected by the Queen. So let's try it in English. Isis has two parts. You have the eye and the sea. You can interpret eye in two ways. The eye like in seeing, and the I in the sense of me, I am. There are also two ways for see. See like in seeing, or see like in the water. That gives you a number of possibilities. I am the water. I am the sea. The sea is the observer. So could it be that we are Isis? We are the water. The water is the observer. Water is our consciousness. What is the property of water? It is programmable and it can take any shape it wants. How can we explain the word Horus? You have horizon, horoscope, hour. But first, let's take a look at DNA. Part of it looks like a fish. In the DNA you see the VW, the APEP energy, the Fa, the wave. Isis is looking at herself in the mirror. From behind the mirror, Horus is manifesting himself. The fish comes out of the water. The Horus, the Christ, the Caesar. Horus is being energized by the wave.
And I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth.
And so on. Back to the water. H2O. The keys of the Vatican. Vatika. TK. Two keys. H2O is two H's and one O. Remember, Prometheus was stealing the fire from the gods. What if the fire is not this, but this? Electricity. What happens when you put electricity in the water? That is hydrogen. Take a look at the word oxygen. You have the circle, the X and the Y like the chromosomes, and the gene. Hydrogen is the hydra, the circle and the gene. The Hydra is the multi-headed beast. Back to the Whore of Babylon. You have Mithras, another incarnation of the Horus. 2 electric wires, Mithras holding 2 metal rods. Electricity to the left, electricity to the right. Let's start making hydrogen. Slowly the dome is being created with the horoscope. The Mithras is coming out of the water, the crucified Christ. All the water is going to the firmament. The waterman is dying. The Horus man is prevailing. It seems to me that all the water has to disappear. All water-based life must be destroyed. That includes us, of course. Why would you be creating a dome? Well, maybe it is the creation of an observer in an observer. You have a giant water world. Something happens. All life is destroyed, but where is the water? Only one crater still has water. Now all this consciousness has to be transferred to this little small ball. Now the shell of the bigger Earth becomes the new reflective ball, and inside you have this little blue ball flying in space. Now we can start all over again.
The divine couple had no descendants. Isis decides to use magic to bring back to life her husband. Transforming herself again as a black kite, she gives him back his breath by flapping her wings. She makes his penis reappear, and then she sits on his sex to provide an heir who will be destined to govern Egypt. This is how Horus, the god-child, appear on earth and in the sky.
Isis is creating a phallus so the energy can be transferred to Horus. If you have a phallus, you must have a vagina. My guess is that we have one, Mount Meru. Let's zoom in on the Hereford map, where you have this fish woman. Radiation Matters in one of his videos stated that he thinks that this figure is a depiction of Mount Meru. He might be right. It says Mare Mediterranee. Let's examine the word. Mare can be sea or mother. Mer. Mediterranee, middle of the earth. Ne is born. So it says mother water, born in the middle of the earth. Mount Meru, the mother mountain. Let's say that Christ is the crater and Mother Mary is in the center. But then half the crater is transformed into ice. The Christ is morphing into Odin, the one-eyed Christ. Now we have no more mother, but she will be replaced. The Christians are morphing into the Vatican Vikings. They will create a new mother. Remember my video, All Roads Lead to Rome, where I stated that the black sun is making an 8-formed pattern. What place was it crossing? CERN, Geneva, the gene of Eve. Take the word CERN, put an E between the consonants, brings you back to the fish mother, Cyrene. My guess is that Cyrene is the black sun, Isis, Osiris the white sun, and now you can transfer energy. This is a wormhole. This is the counter-rotating system. My guess is when it is in balance, you get one eternal observer. This is paradise. Now let's put a straight mirror in the wormhole. No problem. But what if we put a curved mirror in the middle? The white sun will create a little observer, the black sun a big one. Problems. Because instead of creating one observer, you are now creating millions of observers. You are creating a time frame. You create memory and thought. Let's recapitulate. White sun and bigger Earth. The bigger Earth is the observer. In the center of the observer you have the black sun, Mount Meru. The black sun is